Okay. Good morning.
Good
Good.
morning.
All right. Well, we're just gonna start with a little breathing, and then I'm going to move into, I don't want to talk too much astrologies. I really want to do the meditation, and then that'll leave time for us to talk about, and to pull some cards for this really huge week. So I'm really excited. Jenna, thank you for joining me, and I'm so excited. We're going to have lots of fun time together this week, particularly because we have our workshop on Sunday too. So, which you're all invited to, and we'll talk more about that later. Okay. All right. First things first. Taking a moment to just center. And I know some of you are listening to this and driving, so keep your eyes open. Uh, some of you are working. I get that, and we're just going to drop in whatever way you can, and bring that awareness to your breath and what is best for you. For me, it's reminding me that my feet are connected to the earth, that the earth is there for support. So just to get us started, and we're not going to do the meditation quite yet, but just breathing into your belly, really expanding it, breathing in a little bit more, and exhaling when you're ready. One more clearing breath, just breathing in, breathing in a little more, expanding your belly, and exhaling when you're ready. Oh, and it always feels so good. We'll come back to that, I promise. Um, there'll be more. There'll be more. Um, so as we head into the week, you all know there is a new moon. You know that there's a solar eclipse. You know that this is an unusual situation. It's a bit of a, thank you, Jenna. It's a bit of a hybrid situation. We have a bridge that's really, really being created between the worlds right now. And Jenna does the full moon rituals, and I like to do the wake up with your inner goddess new moon, which we did that. We always do it in preparation. So we did that on Saturday. But as we move into this new moon, it felt really important to me to just add a little bit more to the container. And I wanted to just share that, I talk a lot about how eclipses in particular move us very quickly. They create energy that opens up everything, and then we're all, moving through that. I wanted to be really clear about this, particularly because there's another eclipse on the full moon that Jenna will be involved in that ritual, that the movement through can take up to 3 months to unfold. So it's really important to remember that this is your process. No one can tell you what it's going to look like, including me. So even if I'm like, oh, so excited about the movement and the portals, just remember they're your portals. And so, yes, collectively, we're going to be going through them together, which is nice. We have this community support. But they're yours, and they will unfold, and they do unfold. If I hadn't experienced it, I wouldn't be so adamant and passionate about it. They will unfold. So mindfulness, heartfulness, wombfulness, whatever part of you is most connected to this, just being aware that what we are working with right now, and I use the word work a lot. You could use the word playing if that is easier and better for you. I have this real Saturn thing going on, so I always say working with. What you're working with, what you're being with right now is exactly what it needs to be. There isn't anything else that you need to have with you except an awareness and a willingness to stay in that awareness. So, and the other thing I want to add, I guess I have a little tidbits to add today, is that you really can't do this wrong. This is not about perfection. This is not about right or wrong. It's about unfolding and integrating and rewriting. Interestingly, RERIGHTING, rewriting, but also potentially rewriting, REWRITING. So either way, but really working with the energies that we have and making sure that you're comfortable with them, that you're clear, that you're allowing things to move through you, and then make an adjustment if you need to. It's okay, trust me. I, the Taurus, am saying it's okay to make an adjustment. Jenna, you want to comment on that?
That's amazing.
Jenna's the Scorpio. We are exactly opposite. Our suns are exactly opposite in the sky. So Jenna, do you want to share anything from your Scorpionic perspective before I go into the meditation?
I've been, this is so Scorpio, but I have been thinking a lot about the study of the people who were asked on their deathbed, what were the things that you regret most in life?
Yeah.
And in true Scorpionic fashion, it's just something I was thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
And they regretted more the things that they did not do than the things that they did. And so that really, I think, speaks, it's just like kind of resonating with me as you're talking about, like, you can't do things wrong. It's more of just the experience you have.
Yeah.
Because the outcome became, I don't want to say not relevant, but not as relevant as the things you didn't do. And so I think that that's just kind of echoing again what you were saying.
Definitely. And, thank you for that. With my planets, my Taurus planets in the 8th house, which is the Scorpio house, I often wake up thinking about these things. It just made me a little different twist. Jenna might be more willing to go into the little bit darker places than I'm willing to go, although I will go. I do go. I just, I'm like, oh, are we going there? I guess we're going there. But yeah, I agree with you, Jenna. And I know, I talked about this last week too, that a lot of people we know, ourselves included, who have loved ones who have passed over, particularly ones that have passed over young. There is this emphasis for us on, how am I going to live fully? What is really living look like, feel like? What is it? And it can look different for everyone. So, no right or wrong here either. And it's good that you brought this into the container today, Jenna, because this particular new moon is in Aries. So that's like the beginning, right? That's like another new beginning. We have this powerful energy of a fresh start, the rewrite. And the energy to go with that quickly, again, we're going to quickly move into Taurus right after this eclipse. But anytime anything's at 29 degrees, which is the last degree of a sign, we know the universe is trying to get our attention. So what's the refresh? What's the restart? What is the actual, what's the energy, the initiatory energy that wants to come forward right now? Like, it's okay to change. It's okay to make a switch. If there's something that hasn't been working as well as you want it to, make adjustments. This is a great time. And then we'll move into Taurus, which will support, that will support the energy of resource and resources, resource and resources, and being a resourceress, which is a whole other thing, right? And then the full moon in 2 weeks, more or less, a little over 2 weeks. That one is in Scorpio. So that's why I wanted to bring that up, because, Jenna's here, Scorpio, Taurus, we are here to support you and to offer what we can to create the most sacred of containers for this time. There's a lot that we're moving through collectively and individually. And my heart is definitely feeling so much of what many of you are going through. And feeling it very deeply. So I just really want to share that we're both with you on the journey. So, all right. Resourcerous. Okay. I love it. I mean, I've been using it for a while and I love that because that's what we're doing, right? We're sorceresses and we're resourceresses. That's what we're doing. So welcome to our world, everyone. The resourceress world. Okay. Without further ado, let's do a little meditation. This is designed for you to get in touch with your guides, your wisdom, what is happening for you, getting you ready for this week and beyond. So if you're in a place where you can close your eyes, great. If not, just bring your attention inward. If that's not possible right now, you can just listen along and then replay later. So having a moment to really gather yourself fully here. Thank yourself for being here. Dropping your awareness down through your body. And you might, as you're doing that, just kind of bring a little extra relaxation through your body as you move down through your jaw, your shoulders, chest, abdomen, womb space, hips, thighs, knees, calves and shins, ankles and feet. And just again, feeling what is yours to feel here with the earth. If it's comfortable, you can drop those roots right down deep into the center of the earth and follow them on down to hang out with Mother Gaia for a few minutes here specifically. And we'll do some breathing from this place. So breathing in, up through the roots, up through the soles of your feet, expanding your belly. And exhaling when you're ready. Breathing in, up through the roots, up through the soles of the feet. Expanding your belly. Exhaling when you're ready. As you feel the people around you who may have a lot more going on, offer this beautiful earth energy to them by just gently thinking of them or just allowing the earth to send energy up through their feet, helping them ground, feeling the cosmos all around them, and then coming back to yourself, sending those roots way down into the earth, really grounded. And this time we're just going to take a moment to say hello to Mama Earth, Mother Gaia. Thank you for the support on all levels. And she would like to send a special elixir to you, a healing elixir. If you would like to receive it, all you have to do is breathe it up through the soles of your feet. It's yours and yours alone, unique to you, filling each and every cell of your body with what you need today in the highest and best way for you. Breathing that in, exhaling when you're ready. And as you breathe in this next time, really feeling and knowing that we are all part stardust and part earth. So really focusing on the earth first allows us to ground. So feeling that groundedness, even as we begin to shift gears just a little bit. So breathing in, up through the soles of the feet, feeling that beautiful, powerful healing energy rising up through your body gently and easily, finding its way to your root, to the energy center at your root. And if it's comfortable for you, breathing in, relaxing your pelvic floor muscles. Exhaling when you're ready, letting go of anything you don't need to take with you into this next phase, chapter. Breathing in again at your root, feeling your healed ancestors with you, supporting you. You may not even know all of them yet, but they're there. And again, on the exhale, releasing your pelvic floor muscles and just letting go of anything you don't need right now, anything you don't wish to carry into the next phase. Breathing in at your root, feeling the energy. Some of you may have a color, a sound, a symbol. You may wish to bring that in for yourself. And relaxing with the exhale. And breathing in again, root. And this time we're going to add the sacral or womb space. Breathing in the womb space. This is your pelvic chalice, and you can spend a lot of time here just breathing, but I'll just be here for a few moments, breathing into your womb space, your sacral area, bringing health and healing and wholeness. And on the exhale, relaxing all the muscles. Breathing in, root to womb space, expanding your belly. Exhaling when you're ready. This time we're going to breathe in, root to womb space to solar plexus. Again, could spend a lot of time here too, but we're going to breathe in, say hello, say good morning. On the exhale, just notice what you need to notice here. And again, colors, sounds, symbols, whatever is right for you. Breathing in again, root to womb space to solar plexus. On the exhale, imagining that anything you don't need is like a retractable vacuum cleaner cord going back, cleansed and cleared, back through the cosmos where it needs to go. And breathing in, root to womb space to solar plexus. Here's your confidence right here. So if there's any fears or doubts, on the exhale, if it's comfortable, just let them drop right into the earth for now. You can always have them back later if you want, but you might want to just let go of them. I know I do. And breathing in, root to womb space to solar plexus. And on the exhale, just letting go. Breathing in this time, feeling that fresh new energy, feeling the preparation of this container, breathing in, root to womb space to solar plexus, feeling the strength in your inner core. Feeling that generative power, confidence, love, compassion. And when you're ready, we're going to breathe from this place into your heart space, front and back. You might want to roll your shoulders back, open your chest a little bit. You might want to stretch. Sounds are always welcome. You're in your own space. And again, breathing in, root to womb space, to solar plexus, to heart, front and back. Exhaling when you're ready. Feeling the energy again as it moves gently and easily, root to womb space, solar plexus to heart. Breathing in, feeling that energy rise up over your shoulders, down your arms and into your hands. And for some of you, that's happening already. Just feeling that, acknowledging that even more. Breathing in, root to womb space to solar plexus to heart, and now to throat, neck, and jaw. You may even want to massage your neck a little bit, open and close your jaw. You might need to yawn. Oh, opening. Oh, yes, allowing that. And as you breathe in at your root, feeling that energy moving gently and easily through your womb space, solar plexus, heart, throat, neck, and jaw, and just bringing awareness here. And exhaling anytime you need to. And breathing in at your root. Moving to your sacral area, your womb space, lower dantian, to your solar plexus, to your heart, to your throat, and now to your forehead or your third eye. And I always like to just touch my third eye, just as a reminder. Just feels really good to gently touch my third eye. It feels very grounding, very initiating. And just really acknowledging your intuition, your connection to the cosmos, connection to other realms, if you're comfortable with that. Breathing in, root to womb space, to solar plexus, to heart, to throat, to third eye, and now to your crown. And again, when you're at your crown, if it's your practice to open your crown, you can, receiving that cosmic divine energy. And if it's not your practice, do what is best for you. Ultimately, the energy is moving back down through your body, mixing with the earth energy, and really reminding you of who you are. And again, I do focus generally on the lower energy centers, but if it is your practice to stay there at the crown or to move into different realms from there, please know that you are welcome to do whatever is right for you. Breathing in now into your heart, allowing that energy to drop down. Breathing into your womb space and your root, feeling that energy grounding you deeply. And then when you're ready, bringing your awareness in. Again, this is an invitation into your womb space, back toward your spine just a little bit. If it's your practice to do some pelvic rocking, you can. And definitely feeling the energy of the earth supporting you as you drop deep into your own portal. This is your sacred portal right here, always available. Dropping deeply and safely into this. And there is going to be a place where you arrive that is generally your first, we call it the first stop, where you have your protection and safety. And I would love for you to look around and just notice where you are. You might be outside, you might be inside. It's all different for everyone. Just take notice of what is here to support you. Who is here to support you? And if you want this, you can go a little bit deeper by looking for a path or a portal that's opening up in front of you and taking that path or the opening that's there into yet another space. And this feels very much like the space that the divine and the cosmos create. All the goddesses, all of those beings that are here to support us are here. And they come in different forms. So just notice what is coming through for you today. No right or wrong, just for you. What images or sounds or feelings? What do you notice? Again, everyone is different. It might be a color, it might be a smell, or it might be a lot of detail. It's all different. So trusting whatever is coming through and just dropping in a little bit deeper and looking around. What do you feel? What do you hear? What do you sense? What do you know? What do you see? It's in this portal that we are creating our sacred containers to receive guidance and wisdom, direction, messages, whatever is meant to come. So just be present with what is. And again, if it's somewhat nebulous, just pay attention to how you feel in your body. And if there's a little bit of a veil, let it be, or you can ask to open it a little bit more. Your support team, whatever form they come in, they're around you. And that may be just the acknowledgement you need for today, just to know that you are supported and guided. Strengthening the muscles of knowing and seeing and sensing. If there are any messages for you, you can receive those now. And again, if there's anything you need to leave here, you can do that. It's a sacred space. And if there are any treasures that are popping up for you here, you can absolutely invite those to come back with you. Trusting that what is yours is there for you right now, in whatever form is right for today. Again, this is just the preparation. We are deepening into the sacred energy. Breathing in, looking around one more time. What do you notice? What do you see? What do you feel? What do you hear? And remember to wrap yourself in the love from your dear connected ones. They might be guides, they might be other entities, a higher self, your Amakua. There's all kinds of possibilities here. Just wrap yourself in that love. And when you're ready, bringing your awareness back to the portal or pathway that's going to lead you back to that original place. Gently and easily find your way back, just staying very present, eyes closed, if that is your way right now. And looking around, what do you see? What do you feel? And then very gently bringing your awareness back into your womb space, into your pelvic chalice. Feel your hips, your sit bones, points of contact. Feeling your legs all the way down to your feet, the soles of your feet. Feeling your whole body coming back. And just breathing in gently and easily. And coming back just enough for just a few minutes to journal a few things, take a couple of notes, whatever feels right for you. Just breathing in. And again, just finding your way to write some things down. And we'll just take another couple minutes. Just jot a few things down so you can remember. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. And again, if you need to continue writing, please do not let me get in the way of that. You can always listen to the replay later if you'd like. And Jenna, are you ready?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
ready.
Okay. Good.
Wow. What a meditation.
Yeah.
You're amazing, Denise.
Oh,
Goodness.
well, it's my pleasure, as you know.
Oh,
I love being able to do that. And I know for myself, I was actually tuning in, I think, to just the group primarily, but I was shown a few things even for myself that were just reminders, and again, creating our own, like, what is that container that I'm going to need as we move forward. Yeah, it's very good. Much nicer to do it in the meditation than at 4 a.m. when I wake up. Thinking
yeah.
about everything, right?
Very.
Okay. So what we usually do is we have a couple of decks. How many decks do you have, Jenna?
I have two.
Okay,
I
so
want to
do I.
grab the um Divine Feminine Oracle as well. So
Okay, great.
I'll go grab it really quick.
Okay, perfect.
It's right here.
Okay. That's good because mine is at a friend's house, so I'm glad you have that. It's good we have double decks. That's good. We need it. All right. Mother Peace for me today. Light Sears Tarot today. I almost wanted a third one, but I don't want to I could. I mean, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Just pay attention. Listen, don't second guess. All right. So I've also have the Guardian of the Night Tarot.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just pull one from each, but we'll just start like we normally do. I'll pull one from the Mother Piece. And while I'm getting ready, do you want to say anything about how we like to do this for anyone who might be new listening today?
Sure. So Tea and Tarot. We started, Denise invited me on to do Tea and Tarot at the beginning of the pandemic when we were online. So we started these together on Instagram Live. And Denise typically pulls our anchor card. And I do. I think Denise and I both do, Brittany. For somebody just starting out, I would recommend a deck that is similar in picture to the Rider-Waite-Smith, only because most books or companion books that you will get will use that imagery. So I think it's helpful in learning the quote traditional meaning. However, a caveat to that is the way that Denise and I teach it. And the way that Denise taught me, and now I teach it to others, is very intuitive. So you're intuiting the messages in the card, which you'll see today. And I've found that that's been the most supportive way to learn. But if you're a type A book learner, I would recommend the Modern Witch Tarot, and I'll show you what that looks like. Because it's a modernized version of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And it looks like there's the Ace of Wands. So it's just an updated version. Easy to shuffle, great shuffle ability, easy to interpret. So that's the one I would.
Yeah, I think that's a really good updated one. I love that. And the other ones that I've listed here are just, I know Moonchild. The other one that you use,
This is the one I use constantly.
yeah, yeah. And there's another one you like too. What is that other one that you use a lot?
Oh, that is, I believe, the Divine Feminine Tarot by Coco Rena, but that one is more, no, I feel like,
Maybe
is that
not
the one
as a
you're thinking of?
beginning.
The
Yeah,
Black and Gold?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think your Modern Witch Tarot idea is a good one, plus Moonchild. They're all
Yeah,
good. I mean, there's so many now. So, and I like the light seers for beginning, and then I use the mother piece, which I'll put in here.
yeah. The
Um, but I've been using that pretty much for 30 years, so that's why I use it. You know, I love it. I love it. So
I'll say
it's the
that the
round
Moon.
ones.
Oh, sorry, Denise.
No, go ahead, you go.
I just the Moonchild Tarot, the companion deck is the best companion deck. The Modern Witch Tarot doesn't have the best companion kind of booklet.
Mhm,
So I really like her interpretation of
mhm,
these,
mhm,
and it sticks pretty closely to the traditional with a little more of a
mhm,
nurturing twist,
mhm,
I would say.
mhm, mhm.
So
Yeah,
those,
we tend toward nurturing.
yes, I do. I
All
do.
right. We do because and we also tend toward intuitive. Like it's like dream interpretation. You know, you can look at a dream interpretation book, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's how we learn things. And your dream is your dream. And so there's a language that's all yours that's moving through you and your body and your mind and your soul. And so all those symbols are going to mean something to you. And it's very similar with tarot, in my opinion, that the symbols, like I have a card in here called the Costa Rica card. No one else is going to call it the Costa Rica card, but it has a particular meaning for me, which is not that far off of the traditional meaning, but there's a little bit more of it that's mine. So anyway, those are our thoughts. Okay, I'll pull an anchor card and we'll see where we go from here. Okay, interesting. Our anchor card is the Sun of Discs, and it looks like this. Still, there we go. Oh, yeah. And please excuse all those bandages. I burned my fingers yesterday, so I'll just use this
Oh,
hand.
I'm so sorry. That
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
okay.
We've got specialized uh burn cream from China that David brought back with him many
Oh,
years ago.
yes,
Yes.
and he gave that to me when I burned my chin and my neck.
Oh, yeah.
It was very helpful.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, so this is how we do this. What do you see, Jenna? What do you feel? What do you notice?
I have never pulled this card. I've never seen
Oh,
this card before.
oh,
So that's exciting. What I'm seeing is that even through the obstacles of the trees, there is still a target, and the arrow is going to fly true. There is confidence in that. Um, and so that's immediately what I'm seeing. I'm also seeing a couple birds hanging out,
yeah, I do
watching
too.
how it goes.
Yeah, cool. So, again, we encourage you to consider what you see and what you feel. We're very much into the feel part of the tarot. What you feel with this card. And then later when I send out the recording, we'll put notes about what this card, what the authors have to say. In this case, Vicky Noble has to say about this card. I like this card. I pull this card a lot. It reminds me a lot of my Sagittarius moon. So I tend to pull this card a lot. And it does have a pretty cool meaning for me. And I think for the collective. And so just being able to take everything Jenna just said and just really ask yourself how that applies, no matter what's in the way, how is that goal, the target, the intention doable?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. All right. Do you want me to, you go next. I've got the other 2 decks and then you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How do my cards want to do this? I pulled one, but then there's the top one that wants to be first. Okay.
Okay.
Justice.
Ooh, what number is it? 11. Yeah. This is an ongoing debate. Okay. I will be calm. I love that card. I haven't seen that one in a while. Now again, see, this is very important. I'm going to ask a question that is my perception. And of course, I don't have the card right in front of me, but it doesn't matter. Something's coming up for me. So I'm going to ask a question. Does that woman have arms?
Yes.
Ha ha ha. But I didn't see that right away. So then I have to ask myself a question about that. Again, see, like whatever we're seeing, sensing, feeling. I was concerned that her arm wasn't there, kind of like the Venus de Milo, without the arms. So I will need to go in and look at that for myself. But could you pull it closer to the thing so I can see it again? So yeah, she's gorgeous. And her sword of justice and the balance there. And that looks like an actual labyrinth.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's awesome. So again, these are symbols that might have meaning for each of you individually. Certainly, I think we could start to look at collectively some of the changes that are needing to be made, that some are being made, some need to be made. The labyrinth, again, for me has very distinct meaning, but a labyrinth is a contemplative way to let go. Once you make it to the center, you let go of what you're bringing in, and then you walk out fresh, which reminds me of the new moon, actually, quite a bit. And the sword of truth and the balance of justice. Pretty pointed message, I might add. No pun intended.
Denise, this has never come up for me with the justice card, but when I think about a labyrinth, sometimes you feel like you're going backwards in it, or like you're not going toward the center because it's zigzagged. And as I'm like contemplating the first card of the obstacles, but it's like no matter how much you're zigzagging, you're actually still making it to the center.
Yeah, they have that in common.
And so I'm just thinking about that as I'm kind of reflecting on those 2 cards. So for those listening, if that's supportive for you to contemplate as well.
I like it. I love it.
Okay.
Whew. Okay. I'm going to pull from the Guardian of the Night Tarot. So these are actually all tarot. I don't have any oracle cards. So it's okay. That's wanting to come today. Okay. These are animals, so it's kind of fun to see who should. Oh, this was the image I had in my mind, but I didn't know what it was. But now I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but
the anticipation.
All right. So, what did you just say?
It's a capybara.
Is it a capybara? Or is it a rhinoceros?
That's a great question.
But you put a capybara in your newsletter, didn't you?
I did.
I know.
It's coming up for me so much.
Well, there is one in here. I'll have to look at this. I think it's a rhinoceros because like I'm looking at the bird on the back.
But it's so furry.
It's so much like a capybara. I should look it up just for
I'm
fun.
so curious.
Yeah, it doesn't really, you're right. I think you're right. Does capybara have like a thing?
Let's see.
I mean, because you're right. It's not the color of a rhinoceros. Bring it close, she says. Bring it closer. I know it's not focusing very well.
I need to know.
All right, I'm going to look it up. Page of Cups. So, all right, we got off track because I got all excited, but
I would love to hear
it's a capybara.
Is it?
Yes, it's a capybara. That is the image I saw, which in my head, but I didn't really know. I wish I don't know how to make this. How do I make this focus? I guess I just have to wait until it decides it wants to. Anyway, as much as you can
It's the
see.
base of the cup that's on his nose. He's balancing the cup.
Oh,
I think
brilliant. You're so right.
we got there.
Oh my gosh, look at us. Okay, now we're so excited about a capybara. I never even heard of a capybara until these cards. And I keep pulling capybara and I saw your capybara. So does that have a meaning for you, Jenna?
I only that they just seem to be like in my field so much lately. I'm curious if it's just a me thing or if that's like capybaras are trending. But I do have an animal, sometimes it's just they're a popular thing and you're like, oh, but I'm curious if it's in here because that feels pretty. I'd be curious what they say about a capybara. Um,
Well, I'm going to give clues. I want everyone to, before I start giving clues, I'm going to just say, notice what you notice, feel what you feel. The capybara represents friendliness, compassion, and kindness. Never met a capybara. Not sure where they're from. Do you know where they're from?
I think they're like, they might be either from Asia or from like Australia. I'm not sure, but I know they're not like from the Europe, like Europe.
They're not from around these parts. Okay, let's see if I can. The capybara is the friendliest animal on the planet. Oh my gosh. They are the largest rodent in the world and can weigh up to 150 pounds. They're semi-aquatic. They're calm. Wow. It doesn't tell me where they're from, but wow. Okay, I'm not going to say any more, but I will put more in the recording email. So,
South America. Oh, I see. I was so wrong.
South America. Thank you, Brittany. Google. Thank you.
Brittany.
The Oracle of Google. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. We could have done that, but no, we want to play in the field of not knowing.
Who was here? She would have been on it.
Yeah.
But I think because I saw the lotuses, I was like, oh,
tropical.
I was thinking like Asia, but no.
Well, I see fireflies too.
I thought those were stars. See, we see something different.
See, that's good. They could be mosquitoes for someone else. I don't know, but anyway, I don't know if fireflies actually are in South America either. So who knows what those are, but it doesn't matter. What matters is what is the feeling? What is the feeling, Jenna, that you have when you saw this initially and you knew it was a capybara? What was the feeling you had?
Happiness.
Which could be a good thing. Yeah, I like it. Okay, your turn.
My turn. Okay. So I've had this one pulled but flipped over. Okay. King of Pentacles.
Oh, hey. Did we get the Queen last time we were doing this?
Good.
Okay.
So we're moving on to the King. Very handsome King.
Yeah, I was going to say good looking King. For those of you that are using traditional tarot cards, the King is the higher end of the suits. In Mother Peace, it's the shaman. Other decks have different names for it, but again, Pentacles. Technically, then, if this is the King of Pentacles, it's the last card in the deck, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. That's interesting all by itself. So what I feel when I look at him, it's interesting. I feel like I'm going on a trip. Like that's what it feels like. So again, that has nothing to do with that card. So you have to like just sort of take what comes in and then collectively resources. Connection to resources. This is good. This is going well.
Yeah. I would say if I were to string it together so far, I would
Mm-hmm.
say there's a opportunity to
Mm-hmm.
shape shift
Mm-hmm.
how we value
Mm-hmm.
our resources
Mm-hmm.
to support our journey.
Oh, I like that. I like that. And I will say, I left out a piece for my own. So I wanted to share this going back to how our interpretations work for ourselves. I thought of Jamaica, where my aunt and uncle used to have a house. That's
Mm.
where I went first. And then I thought of my aunt, and then I thought of going to visit her. So that's how I came to that. So again, it's
Yeah,
like a dream, it's like, how do we do that? Jenna, I love how you strung that together, because we are moving through so much, and to have access to our resources and to
mm-hmm.
resource ourselves,
Resources.
because we're resources, right? I love it. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And Jenna, when you send pictures of those cards, if there's a little tidbit you want to add from the booklet, please let me know.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll pull another card, and then I think you have one more, right? After this? Correct? Okay. Okay. Interesting. This is the Temperance card.
Oh, some more balance.
Yeah. And interesting. Yeah. What are you noticing for yourself or for the collective? Either way.
Okay, so immediately I'm seeing like that like balance, like the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
infinity symbol, but he's like
Mm-hmm.
kind of stepping on it. Or like he's kind of,
Yeah. Interesting,
there's
huh?
he's kind of
Mm-hmm.
like reworking
Mm-hmm.
something.
Yeah.
And the way that he's like holding the sun one
Mm-hmm.
way, and then
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's the earth or like what that is, but he's holding that upright. It's almost like he's like,
It's the moon.
it's the moon. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing some interesting eclipsing stuff
Mm-hmm.
happening there.
Yep. Yep. It is really interesting. That's a lot like the full moon eclipse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he's holding the sun away. That's an
Mm-hmm.
interpretation of temperance.
Yeah. I'm noticing the wings in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I'm noticing for me, yeah, he is stepping on that. That is very interesting. Well, one of the interpretations that I like to have when I look at this card from other decks is, how is it I am utilizing the energy of the cosmos? How am I balancing it? How am I utilizing it? And to, again, for the greatest good, right? So whatever the journey, whatever the resources, it looks like we're being asked to kind of put them in motion. And kind of, how are we doing that? What is ours to do?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Fascinating.
Okay.
Okay.
Aha. Okay, so this is the Divine Feminine Oracle by Megan Watterson.
Mhm.
And we got Mary of Nazareth, the Mother of God,
Hmm.
which I find fascinating in my own personal journey. But it says, my courage gives birth to the divine.
That's awesome. I pulled that card last Tuesday night during a very special sacred event, which is why my cards aren't here, because I left them there. Wow. Can you read it again, the little piece underneath?
Yeah, it says, I forgot to read this part. I am blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine, which can I say a little aside to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
in my meditation, I uh, felt this like angelic energy coming down. And the name that I pulled from that was Ariel, Ariel. I try actually not to study the angels or like things like that, so that when it does come to me, it's an exercise in trusting my intuition and then looking it up to see if it's real.
Yeah.
And so I looked it up, and Ariel was like the creator of all things, like old mysticism. So as I'm sitting here thinking about that, and I'm thinking about what we just were talking about with kind of having the courage to move beyond the fears, to do things that we're feeling called to do or moved to do, beyond even the like, what if it doesn't work out, or what if it does work out, or all of those things, and kind of having the courage to do it anyway, like that divine creation energy that we all have within us. Feels like this time, this eclipse season, is giving us that opportunity to birth something new, some new energy.
Agreed.
That's how I'm reading that.
I love that. Yeah, I really love that. And what is she holding? Are those lilies?
I can't tell what that flower is. It looks like a lily.
Does sort of look like a lily. Well, we'll go with lily because that's what I'm seeing. Someone else might see something different. Very interesting image too. Thank you so much for sharing that. And if you could again just I think with that one it seems pretty straightforward, but if you read the book later, if there's any little tidbit you want to pull from that, just send that to me and I'll put it in the newsletter. So yeah, when I'm looking at all of these cards, so the anchor card feels very much like, go ahead, set your sights, set your goals, set your intentions, be ready. You've got magical helpers, no matter the obstacles. Okay. Then the next card, there's this element of justice and truth, right? Like justice. Oh, you know what I'm seeing now? See, every time you look at it, it's going to be different. Justice, beauty, and truth. Beautiful. And then the labyrinth. I loved what you said about the labyrinth too. And these two, like sometimes you feel turned around, but just keep going. Yeah.
It's interesting too, Denise, that there's a weapon in each.
Oh yeah, I noticed that too. The point, you know, whether it's an arrow or a sword. Wow. Okay, and then we have the capybara.
Quickly becoming a favorite animal of mine, clearly.
A very, remember Princess Bride, rodents of unusual size?
Yes.
Capybara. They were just capybaras. That's what they were. We just didn't know that then. Okay.
They were just misunderstood capybaras.
They were definitely, because they're very sweet, apparently. The sweetest of all creatures on the planet, apparently. You're going to have to meet one. Yeah, so
my supreme pleasure.
it does. That does have a nice feel to it to kind of bring that energy in.
Yeah, the softness.
After kind of the seriousness of these other two seem pretty intense. Did I mention the intensity of the eclipse with Pluto square?
No.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of intensity with the eclipse. I think you're already feeling it. So I think it's more about how do we want to, and again, it's always the question to deepen into the inquiry. How is it that my depth is going to support me going forward? How is it that change is on the horizon? How do I want to navigate that change? And so we've got these cards here to help us with navigating the change. So that's kind of how I'm seeing it. Okay, what was the next card after capybara?
King of Pentacles.
Yes, our King of Pentacles. So our resources. So we have what we need. As we were saying on Saturday, one of the things that I've come to a kind of a mantra or an affirmation that I like to use: I am all the resources that I need. Not that I have them, that I am them.
Mm-hmm.
Because as a, as a connection to the divine, as a connection to the cosmos and the earth, and if I am part of the earth and part of the cosmos, then I am part of all those resources. So thinking that. And then we have our friend here doing his balance work, temperance, with some pretty powerful energies. And then we have Mary of Nazareth. There are a lot of Marys in that deck, in case anyone's wondering. That's why. There's
Yeah.
Mary Magdalene, Mary of Nazareth, and Virgin de Guadalupe. So there's a lot of Marys. So yeah, we have some real strong support. Yeah, and actually I would venture to guess the Ariel support, Jenna, was pretty powerful too. So
Oh my gosh. Yes.
yeah. So I'm feeling that there's some angelic support here as well. Again, leaving it up to you all to just really feel into what this is for you. But thank you, Jenna. This is great. And we'll get this out. I'm not the greatest at getting them out right away. I have a really busy day today, so it'll be tomorrow is my guess. Just in case anyone's wondering. It'll be tomorrow. But yeah.
Thank you, Brittany. Thank you for your quick research.
Yeah, and we enjoy your fabulousness too.
Me too. Thank you.
All right. Jenna, is there anything else? Oh, we were going to talk about Sunday's workshop.
Oh yeah, briefly.
Yeah, so we were someone asked us today, what are we doing? That was a good question.
Great question.
Basically, it's a practice day. We are, if you have pulled cards at the beginning of the year and you want to check in, if you want to pull cards now, because we're at this in between portals by Brittany, I think it's a great time. We're going to hold a sacred container and create that. Jenny, do you want to say anything else about it?
Yeah, I would love to just say you don't have to have joined a previous one to do this series or this workshop. And if you have done a previous workshop with us, it's a fantastic time, like Denise said, to check in. And right in the portal of this eclipse, it just feels like a fantastic time to just assess, give yourself some assessments, give yourself some insights. And then also, if you're looking to practice with your deck, or you want to just have kind of a container to ask questions, that's what it's here for.
Yeah. We're just so excited to have it. And so I know for some people it's not right timing. We will do another one at a later time so we can get more of our Southern Hemisphere people to join in, but it's 10 a.m. Pacific to 2 p.m. Pacific. So just 4 hours for us to connect with your guidance, your wisdom, your guides in between the portals. So exciting. And it is on a Sunday, but there's a reason for that. And normally we have them on Saturdays, but this is on a Sunday. So yeah. Anything else? Let me ask, is there anything else?
Yeah.
I'm just really feeling, just again, a reminder to everyone that, this is a very interesting planet to live on and incarnate on, and we are supported very definitely by many, many sources. And there are days where it may not feel that way. And I really just want to acknowledge that and just say, on those days, reach out to someone who can hold space with you so you can find your way back to knowing that you're supported, that you have the resources you need in some form. So yeah, that's what I'd like to say. Little Plutonian aspect there.
I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate that. And I think that's super grounding. So thank you, Denise, for bringing that in.
Well, that's why we're all here together. That's why we're still doing this. That's why we love it. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I guess we will. Thank you for being here, everyone. We love having
truly.
you. So awesome. And I will see you all very soon.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Jenna.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.